So this is a story time on how I went no contact with my mom and almost everyone I grew up with. Um, this I do cuss, so if you don't like cussing, don't listen. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. I'm gonna be me. So trigger warnings, woolly but trigger warnings. Um, yeah. So this is why I went no contact with everyone. It's both a spiritual journey as much as a physical one. So I just wanted to document it, tell my truth, and here's the story. So I started paying close attention to my mom, especially after I had a very weird dream in 2022. In this dream, I was in my childhood home that I grew up in. So then in this dream, this girl comes through the front door of the house and she's upset and she's holding her ear and she's like, I lost it, I lost it. So my mom directs me to go upstairs and get her another one. And I'm assuming it was earrings because the girl was holding her ears. So I started going up the stairs and I'm like, okay, I think I got some gold ones. And I'm going up the stairs. And as I'm going up the stairs, I'm becoming more lucid in the dream. And I'm starting to realize I'm having like this sensation or feeling come over me. And as I'm going up the stairs, it's just getting dark at the top of the stairs. Like the top landing is just pitch black. And I remember I just started feeling like this shaking in my spine, like from the base of my spine going all the way up. And this feeling just overwhelmed me. So I started crying in the dream. I'm crying and I'm running down the stairs and I'm screaming to my mother, God said no, God said no. And I'm like crying to her and she's looking at me like, what's wrong with this girl? And then she turned and looks at this guy. So she looks at the guy that's sitting beside her and she goes like, what's going on? Like, why isn't it working? Like, what's wrong with her? And like, she was trying to understand why I wasn't listening to her. She didn't even look concerned on what was wrong with me and why I'm crying. She was more concerned like to the guy. And the guy that was sitting beside her had his head like wrapped up and had on this long robe like he was a spiritual man. I'll just put it that way. And I remember I woke up from the dream and I had tears in my eyes and I'm still saying, God said no, God said no. And I remember thinking, what the heck could this dream mean? And I wrote it down in my journal because at this time, like me and my mom was really close. Like this is 2022. We're super close. Like I just went through a divorce that she helped me out with tremendously, got me a lawyer, like she was there for me throughout this whole process and coming over every day, just very helpful. So couldn't understand what the dream meant. So didn't pay much attention to the dream, but it stuck in my head because again, I was lucid during the dream. I woke up crying. It's my mama. Like it's in my head, but I'm not seeing too many red flags until until a cousin of my child's father passed away. And my child's father and my mom, like his family and my mother are very, very close. And when we went to this funeral, I remember my mom like coming to me and was like, oh, did you see such and such? And I was just like, no. She was just like, oh yeah, he's here with his wife. And like I was supposed to be happy about seeing this person. This person is a man who essayed me when I was around 5 or 6 years old. And when this happened, nobody knew about it. I was told to be quiet and not say nothing to nobody because we don't want the family to look bad, right? So it kind of rubbed me the wrong way when she's, asking me if I seen this man, like I'm supposed to be happy or go say hi to him or something, because shit, I never got justice for none of it. He's walking around just fine. And what I find very odd is that he is very good friends with my children's father's side of the family. Like I've ran into this man a couple of times during their parties and events that I used to go to that they kept a lot. So I'm starting to like think about this really deep because it's like, yo, this lady is like friends with this guy, and it's like as long as when I was younger they kept him away from our house, it's like they were still hanging and chilling with him. They didn't do anything about this situation as far as I could see it. So this made me start thinking deeper. Yeah. But I didn't say anything to her about it. I just left it alone. It was just something I noted to myself on how nonchalant she was about the situation. Then the next year, 2023, I met this guy that I didn't even meet him. I knew this guy since middle school, and me and him started talking because he came towards me more of a businessman approach. Was very conscious. Like every post that he's posted, if it's not about making money, it's about something conscious. Like he seemed like he had his head in the right direction. So I started talking to him. Went out to a family. He invited me to a family birthday party that they were having for like his grand aunt or something, older lady. So I went to this party, and when we were there was a lady there that was highly intoxicated. I mean, she was a happy drunk. She was like the life of the party, making everyone laugh. Cool lady. Towards the end of this party, she came over to us and she was just like, hey, Beyonce. She kept calling me Beyonce throughout the whole party. But she came and she just started talking and laughing, and then she just got quiet for a minute and was staring at us and said, you guys look good together. And then she looked at me and she was like, if you want it to last, don't tell your mom. And I'm like, don't tell my mom. Like, you know my mom? And she was like, no, I don't even know why I said that. But you know what they say about drunk people and children, right? And then she just started laughing and got up and walked away. But it stuck on me because I'm like, yo, what is going on for her to just, I don't know this lady, never met her before this night. And for her to say that, and I'm already, paying attention to my mom. It's like there's no such thing as coincidence. Like when spirit talks, spirit talks. So something's telling me, watch your mama. So at this point, I'm like, okay, I'm really gonna start paying attention because out of the blue, like she just felt like saying that. It was on her heart. So that guy ended up to be all talk and nothing moving with him. Like I wasn't establishing, at this point I was trying to establish a business. I was trying to do a lot and he wasn't any help, and he seemed to be more trouble than good. So I stopped talking to him, started doing things on my own, started learning how to grant write, just fixing my credit. I'm doing everything at this point. This is 2024 now, the beginning of 2024. So while I'm in the midst of doing this, around May of 2024, a friend of mine calls and says he's in town. This is a guy that I met at at a wedding in Jamaica in 2027. The wedding that I attended was of a friend that I knew since the ninth grade, since freshman in high school. We're gonna call this girl Big Bird because she deserves a name because she plays a big part in this story. So when I met him at this wedding in Jamaica, I exchanged numbers with him. He told me he was a contractor in Jamaica, and like how they were building houses in the different complexes and gated communities they're building up and things like that. So I took his number, saying, this is a good person to know and have in your pocket. At the time, I was married, never did anything with this man, just strictly conversation. So when I returned back to the States, like year after year, it was those kind of Merry Christmas, Happy New Year type texts once in a blue moon, but nothing more serious than that. So when he said he was here, and knowing the type of person I look at my friend to be, the respect that I have for her as a person, like very educated, very very business minded. Like I'm saying, if he's hanging with her and those people, then he would be a good person to be around, because at least I'll be in the right type of environment. So even though I was working on myself at this time and I wasn't really looking to be in no relationship, I still gave this man a try, just because, again, the respect I had for Big Bird, right? So I can't think of nothing else big and yellow, tall and yellow, except Big Bird. So it's not like to throw any shade, but that's what came to mind, and I'm not changing it. So I start hanging with this guy. When he first came, he's like, yeah, he's trying to change his life, because in Jamaica he was like a party promoter and he's out of the clubbing scene, and he just want to get something stable going and start a business, and he just seemed like he had the right mindset, is the impression he was giving off. So I'm like, all right, that sounds cool. I can help him out, introduce him to people I know, or like I was looking out for his best interest at this time too. So while we were hanging out, he was a complete gentleman, like, taking me out. I'm bringing him places I want to go. He's bringing me places that other people done showed him. Like, it was very nice. Mother's Day, he bought me a gift, like, very gentlemanish. So me and him started getting a little closer. And as we started getting closer, I started noticing he started changing after a while. But the changes were weird. It's like, when somebody hears something about you, but they trying to figure it out. Like, that's the type of vibe he was given. I remember he had some medical issues. And one whole week, he said, oh, he don't feel good. And he took time off. And he's not going in. He just want to, stay home and relax. So we stayed home in bed for like a whole week straight. Everywhere I went, he was right there behind me. By the end of the week, this man was looking at me like, so I don't understand. What are you addicted to? Like, he heard I was addicted to something and was trying to figure it out. Like, because when I tell you this man was watching my every move for the whole week, it was weird, but I peeped it. Like, all right, I don't got nothing to hide, so I didn't make a big deal out of it. I just did what I usually do. So by the end of the week, he looking like, I don't get it. What are you addicted to? Is it this? And he pulled out my little vape pen. I was like, yeah, I guess so. I be vaping every day. Like, but it seems like he was told I was addicted to drugs or something. Like, I don't know. It was weird. And I remember he asked me if he was like, I thought you smoked. And I was like, yeah, I smoke, but if I smoke, I do it more ceremonially as opposed to just doing it just to get high. Like, that's not why I smoke. Like, I'm like a shaman. Yeah, so after a while, he turned from Mr. I don't want to go out and, he just want to be more of a homebody type person to Mr. Every Thirsty Thursday, every Freaky Friday, every whatever go dunk on Saturday, like every party this man was attending at this point. And I don't go out, so I didn't, you know what I mean? And I work second shift at this time, so whenever I got off of work, he would be like, oh, come pick me up, or I'll meet you at your house, or, like, we would just meet up after. So it came to my daughter's birthday. This is around, we're going to late June now. So around my daughter's birthday, I invited Big Bird and her family, to come to the party. It was at a trampoline park. So they came, and I told him he could come too. And he came, and my ex-husband, we're going to call him, we're just going to call him Scar. I was trying to think of something that didn't sound too disrespectful. Again, these are parents of children here. So Scar decided he wanted to cuss out. I didn't even give this guy a name. I don't even want to. So he, he felt some type of way that he dare, and rah, 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 creating this big excitement. So I remember my mother said, what's wrong with him? What he getting mad for? So what if you got a new man and there's going to be plenty more? I was just like, what the fuck do you mean by that? Like, what do you mean plenty more? Like, what are you planning? Like, do you see something? Like, how do you know it's not going to work before I know it's not going to work for you to be planning on plenty more? You know what I mean? It was just a weird thing to say. So it's like things that she's saying, I'm starting to pay attention to a lot more now. So it's like when she said that, it took me, I got taken back by it. So besides him, I'm starting to pay attention to Big Bird too. Because I'm starting to realize this girl isn't really bringing me around anything but partying. Every time she invites me out, it's, oh, let's go to a party. And she's not even a party type person. Since I've known this girl, she hasn't been like a partier, like a club person. So for her to be inviting me out to day parties and all of this, like, constantly trying to get me to drink, constantly, like, weird. So I started paying attention to her too, and just how I felt around her. And just for him to be saying and treating me certain type of ways and feeling it's all right, it's like, what is this girl saying about me? Like, why does he feel this is okay? Like, you could just, disrespect me or treat me any type of way. And that's when I started watching this friend now too. So now July 2024. My friend Big Bird said, oh, for her birthday, she wanted to go to New York to this day party that they're having there. Again, another day party thing. At this time, me and this guy is not really on the best of terms, but we talking. So the day before this, her birthday party, when we're supposed to go to New York, we're supposed to go early in the morning because, we have to drive a distance because I don't live in New York. So I remember the night before, this guy, he was like, I wasn't really talking to him like that. I wasn't even sure if I wanted to go to this party. And he said, oh, he's going to come over. And he came over that night. When he came over, he came with a whole bag of like he went shopping and he was like, oh yeah, they had went to the outlet and all of this stuff and bought clothes, him and the crew, Big Bird and their friendship crew, because they got a whole crew going. So then he had his clothes and everything. He was like, oh, because my daughter was there, he was like, I'll just go downstairs and sleep on the couch or whatever. And I was like, okay. So me and my daughter slept in the bed, he slept downstairs in the couch for the night. So next morning, I remember that night I could not sleep to save my ass. I remember it was like 3 o'clock in the morning, I'm there changing my screensaver on my phone, and I remember I changed it to inhale exhale, which was weird, but it's like I just felt like I needed to calm down, like something was off, right? So the night before, I barely got to sleep. We got up early that morning. I'm picking out something to wear. Everything I'm taking out to wear. He telling me, oh no, don't wear that. Oh, that's black. It's gonna be hot. Don't wear that. So then I took out this other little sundress. He's like, nah, wear this. And then he took out this pair of white jeans and like a burnt orange shirt, right? And I was just like, all right, maybe everybody dressing down, like. So reluctantly, I just put on the jeans and just put on the shirt. Like I wasn't even in the mood. When I tell you the vibe was not there, I was just like, let me get this over with. It's because it's this girl's birthday. Why I don't just tell this boy to leave me alone and go somewhere. So we end up going to New York. I remember when we pulled up to my friend's house to pick her up, because to jump in their car because we were all driving together. She had on a pair of white shorts and a burnt orange top. And I was just like, oh wow, like we twined it or whatever. And I told her she looked nice and everything. And I'm saying happy birthday, and she just have this like whatever type of attitude. And I was just like, all right, she must be having a bad morning. Again, not taking it personally, just whatever. So we ended up going there. I remember we got pulled over by a cop on our way for speeding or whatever. We were late. We got pulled over, and then we reached there. Like again, the vibe was off, but I was just going with the flow. We out of town and made the best of it. So we there, and then the rest of the crew pulls up. So when the rest of the crew pulls up, like when I say the tension in the air just got thick, it was like, yo, the tension got thick. So the people who came, mind you, I went with my friend and her husband, and then the guy and me. So it was just the four of us. So then, like, say a car of 4 more people came on top of this. And in this group of people who came was 2 girls that I've seen before a couple times. And one of the girls I know for a fact don't like me. You know when somebody just always giving you that up and down look? Never spoke to, barely said a couple words to me ever before. But for some reason at this party, when I said she was acting the most, she was doing the most. And she in my face, and she's like, boy, I guess it was come as you are or whatever, because I looked dressed down because I only had on fucking jeans and a shirt that the guy picked out. So now I'm realizing throughout this party, it's like this girl, her and the friend that she came with, it's like it's a laugh fest and jokes on me. It's like I'm just the biggest joke in this group right now, and I'm just sitting there like it's a big inside joke. And then I'm starting to look around, and I realize the outfit that the guy that I'm with had on, that he bought the day before, and the other girl who came with the friend that just feel real disrespectful have on the same type of outfit. So I'm like, oh, like then it brought me back to a dream that I had about him. I had a dream about this guy, the same guy here, and me and him was in a house. I walked in a room, and he had this little short light skinned girl with her legs bent back on the bed, and he's there playing with her coochie, like playing with it, wasn't in it or anything, just playing with it for some reason. So when I realized like that my friend Big Bird especially was just like laughing too, like she was part of it too. But I swear to you, all it put me in the mind of is Shanquilla, the girl who they brought to Cabo and killed her when she thought she was with her friends type thing. Because here I am way out in New York, not around nobody that I know, and I'm out here, and this girl is already in my face like she's trying to start something, just being, I mean, all types of disrespectful. And I'm on my phone. I'm trying to like see how much an Uber costs from New York back to my home, because that's how pissed I was. It was like $300 and something, and I was ready to go. Like, I'm ready to go because at this point I'm feeling shaky now. Like, yo, what the hell am I? Who am I around right now? Like, who are these people? Like, people who I thought I knew, I did not know. So the way this girl is going on, it's like I really sat back and was like, you know what? This guy has been acting really funny, because every time he's around me, we can't make a move, and he doesn't call my friend and tell her what we're doing. I started thinking back. I'm like, yo, no wonder every time I would used to question it, like, yo, why every time we do something, he got to pick up the phone and tell her where we going, what we doing, what, like, giving her every last detail. And I'm a very private person, so for him to do this, it was just like, yo, what's up with you? Like, that turned me off about him big time. So it's like I'm sitting here like, oh, these people are laughing and joking because they probably think they got my file. Like, this man has just been going back telling them all of my business, or like, because they were really sitting there going in. So I'm getting pissed right now. Like, I'm ready to just start punching somebody because I'm just pissed, right? So as I'm getting pissed, I looked down at my phone and I saw the inhale exhale from. So said, so done. I inhaled and exhaled. And out of nowhere, this fist came flying through the air. Boom, right in the girl face, the one that was doing the most. I'm shocked. I'm like, what the hell? I mean, her and her boyfriend got into it, and full on fight, like wig off everything. So I'm in shock, but I'm just looking up to God like, thank you. Like, because I was very uncomfortable, and I didn't have to do a thing. Like the whole situation worked itself out. So now I'm just like, yo, God, like, thank you. But I'm still weary because again, I have to go home with this friend. Like I'm already, I don't trust you no more. Like I don't look up to you. I don't respect you. Like I just want to be far away from you. So I'm still waiting to go home. I'm just confused with Big Bird because I'm just like, yo, what did I ever do to you? And she works with me. She knows almost everybody I know. So I'm like, I wonder who else or what else she's saying to people about me because like this caught me off guard because I did not expect this from her. Like again, it taught me to respect and believe and trust myself. Don't trust people who I think know more than me, who I think is more intelligent, or who I think is a good stand-up person, because those be the main ones with the dirtiest hearts. And it's sad, because I would have never, like, I'm sure people wouldn't even believe me if I told them, because this lady, like, she carried herself like a good person, and it's no such thing. It was hard to find that out, and, you know, heartbreaking, like, again, from high school we coming from. So I stopped talking to them. Stopped talking to Big Bird, stopped talking to the guy, like, I went back to just being in my own lane. A couple days later, my mom comes over the house. When she comes over, she brings this bottle of rum punch with her in this Ray and Nephew bottle. Her friend Angela, the Diddy's older sister, my mom's good friend, she makes rum punch. She's been making it for years. Seen lots of bottles of it everywhere. Everybody's house I go over, they have this rum punch, so it's nothing new. I've never tried it because I don't drink. So for her to bring over this rum punch and she's selling it, like you gotta try it. You never tried it, you really need to try it. Like taste it, have some whatever. And I'm just like, she's selling it for some reason. I'm just like, something in my gut telling me don't drink it. Anyway, needless to say, I don't drink the rum punch, but I take it from her. Oh, thank you. I'll try it. And I took it and I just put it in my fridge. I said, if anybody come over, I have a drink to offer them. That's it. So about a week or two later, my brother, called and said that he's throwing a birthday party for his daughter. She's 2 years old. So, it's a day party or whatever earlier in the day. So, I went over there with the kids and I said, oh, let me bring the rum punch too, because everybody over there drinks, so somebody will enjoy it. Bring it over there. I remember I had it in like a little bag that I brought it in. Brought it in the dining room area. And, there was a whole bunch of the liquor on the table. So I put it on the table with everything else. And then later on in the day, I come back inside the house, where the whole table of liquor was. And I saw that the bag with the rum punch was on a chair, like on the side of the table. So I noticed this on the side in the bag or whatever. So I'm like, oh, they must have not seen that. I must have put it on the chair instead of the table, or nobody didn't see that it was there. Let me take it out. And I took it out of the bag and I put it on the table with the rest of the liquor. So I remember I used the bathroom and I went inside the living room area. It was dark back there because the sun going down now. And I've sat back there on my phone. And I remember my brother came into the dining room area where all the liquor was on the table, because the back door leads into the dining room. And he came in and he just looked dead at the table with his eyes wide open, like, oh shit. Grabs the bottle of rum punch, and then I see him like go, like he giving it to his wife, and then his wife takes it and she goes somewhere with it. I couldn't see because there's like a wall there, so I don't know which way she turned, where she put it, nothing. But that's when my heart sank, because I'm like, yo, what the fuck? Like, I had that sinky gut feeling because it was something in my intuition telling me, don't even try it, don't even drink it. Even though you don't drink it, it ain't that good for you to try to taste. Like, it just, something in me said, don't drink it. So when I brought it over there, for my brother to react like that, like nobody's supposed to be drinking this type of thing. Like the way he picked up that bottle and ran, it's like, it showed me no matter how much I was trying to deny it in my dreams, and nope, never, my mother would never. It's like just seeing that was God's way of putting it in my face, like, listen, I'm trying to show you who these people are, type of thing. So after that, I remember I just kept thinking, but why? Like, what are they trying to poison me? Are they trying to kill me? Like, are they trying to make me go crazy? Because now you have to remember these West Indian people, and I'm starting to learn on a lot of these binding spells and hold down. So now I'm starting to reflect and go back deep into like the whole, like, why, what possible reason they could have to want to hurt me or harm me. Like, this is my mom, this is my brother. Like, it started making me think, who else knew about this? Like, when I first came in there, I thought it was weird already because they decided to grill fish on the grill for a children's party. Fish with bones in it and everything. They know I'm a vegetarian, they know I don't eat meat, but fish was like the main thing on the menu. And I remember my brother was on the grill and he gave me the first piece of fish. Hey Pam, come try this fish. And it was the only one on the top shelf of the grill. All the other fish were on the bottom. He gave me the one fish that was singled out by itself on the top. And I thought that was weird as fuck. Like, as soon as I came to the party, that's what he gave me. But in my head, I'm just like, you're just being paranoid. There's nothing wrong with the fish. Like, it was probably just the first one done. So I ate the fish, right? So now I'm paranoid because I'm like, yo, I wonder if he had something in the fish too. Like, why did he give me the one? Because I already thought it was weird, and now I'm seeing all of this other stuff. I'm like, no, something not right. So I started going back into childhood, and I could tell you, this brother used to SA me for 2 years straight. He came from Jamaica. I was 10 years old until I reached middle school. This man used to SA me every chance he got, to the point where I remember he brought me down to Bird Off Clinic. If anybody know where that is, he brought me down to the clinic and told them to say that I had a boyfriend or whatever, because he wanted to check if I was pregnant because I was feeling sick. Like, that's to the point that this brother. So these people. So I remember that when he did come from Jamaica, he had a friend that was up the street, and his friend used to sell my father herbs because my father used to smoke. And this friend used to start coming down to the house like every day, morning, noon, and night, just down there, down there, down there. And one day he did SA me in my brother's room for hours, hours. And my brother didn't come look, didn't come check, didn't come ask, didn't come say nothing, never said nothing to nobody. And that same night, the same guy who did it came into my room, and I was sharing a room with my aunt at the time, and he came in to say something to me. And I guess the next morning she woke up and told my mother that the guy came in there. So I'm expecting my mother to say something. I'm like, yes, okay, at least she told him, because I'm afraid to talk. Ever since it happened from I was 5 and I was told shut the fuck up, I'm afraid to talk. So when she went to my mom and said something, I'm like, yes, at least she knows. So she's telling my mom this, and my mom has the most disgusted look on her face. And I remember I was walking past waiting for her to call me or say, hey, come here, or ask me something, and all I remember hearing her say was, I can't stand him. And when I say she had a look on her face like she smelled shit from 6 years ago, like she was just disgusted. And I felt so hurt. I'm like, yo, because I didn't like this guy, and the fact that he did that pissed me off. So, and I'm afraid to stand up for myself. Like, I done told when I was 5 and I didn't get nothing out of it except to shut the fuck up. So it's like, now, okay, this guy did it. Who do I tell? Like, everybody knows now, and I'm just being looked at as disgusted. And then damn near 2 days later, my brother's doing this now. That continues for years. And mind you, growing up, my father never said nothing to me in that house. I can't even remember a conversation with this man. Like, it was his life and mine. So I can't talk to him. I can't tell him anything happening. As a matter of fact, when my brother came from Jamaica, that was the first time I saw my father so happy. They used to be in the kitchen cooking and laughing together, and I'm not about to go steal his joy and tell him, hey, I know you like this guy and everything, and you barely say shit to me, but this is what he's doing to me every day. Like, no, I couldn't do that either. Right? So, so I had to hold on to this burden. Been holding it for years. Still never said anything because, I don't want to mess up his whole image either. So here I am, 42, and I'm just telling people this shit. So again, I know this man probably doesn't like me and probably has a reason for me to want to be dead. So I would never say this, or this video would have never came out. But that's why I feel I need to say it now, just in case anything do happen to me. At least this is out here. Like, these people not innocent, and they don't love me the way they portray that they love me. So then I started thinking about the people in my life, like my children's father, his sister, and my mother. His sister Angela, the one that makes the great rum punch. Her and my mother are great friends, probably best friends, like good friends. And even my kid's father seems to be more friends with my mother than I am. I learned from my kid's father that my mother was adopted. She never told me this. He came to me one day and was like, hey, do you know your mom's adopted? And I'm like, no. That shows you how much he talks to me or says anything to me. Not at all. And it shows you how close they are, that he could tell me information about my own mother. So I started to realize and put that together, like, yo, everybody who I ever dealt with in my life was connected to my mother somehow. Every sexual trauma I had, everything, it just seems to be all family related. So while I'm going through this whole process in my head, I'm still distanced from them. I didn't block them yet or go complete no contact with them at this point, but I'm still, like, all through the holiday season now. So 2024, all through Thanksgiving and Christmas, like, I just wasn't around nobody. I came up with every excuse. I gotta work, I gotta do this. Like, I just didn't want to be around them at all. And then January came, and she invites me to her house. I mean, she's like adamant about it. Oh, it's not a birthday party for so-and-so, my little brother, because his brother's on the same day she wanted to do this party. She's adamant it's not that, it's just a get-together because she didn't get to see everybody for the holidays, and she just wants us to come together for one good day and all of this. I told her I had to work. I didn't have to work that day. I just didn't want to be around them. But I told her I'll swing by after work or whatever. And when I went there, when I say the air, I went there, stayed for a couple minutes because the tension in there was just crazy. And sure enough, when I reached there, they gave me a container like, oh, we made you a plate. Like, thanks. Of course, my food always put down the side away from everybody else's. I always get my separate share, right? So left from there. After there, I remember I didn't speak to her for like a good probably 2 months or so. I was just dodging calls, just ignoring her, just didn't say anything to her at all. And then one day she popped up at my house. Like she was like, I gotta talk to you. I gotta talk to you. Like, she made it seem so urgent that she has to speak to me right now. Like, I won't even come inside your house. I'll just stay in the car and you just come out and talk to me. We gotta talk. And I'm like, all right. So she pulls up to the house and I go outside to the car to go talk to her. So she wanted to know if I was upset because I was backed up on my mortgage, because it was a late payment type of letter that they sent me. So I'm sitting here like, this nosy as hell. Like, how did she even get my mail to open it? And then even if you see it's mine, instead of giving it back to me, you just decide to open it. Like, irked my nerve when I saw that. So I'm just still sitting for it. I'm not telling her nothing. I was like, no, I'm just, trying to figure out my life, and I'm just tired of, getting opinions from everybody else. Like, I'm not, I'm just trying to figure out my life right now. That's what I kept telling her. So then she was like, oh, well, are you planning on going back to school to do your RN? I'm like, no. Like, for years, people have been asking me why I don't. And I tell everybody the same thing. It's not my goal. If I go back to do RN, it's just for a title. It's not a passion. Like, I hate Western medicine. So I'm telling her, like, no, like, I don't want to do nursing. I don't like nursing. If I was to do anything in the healthcare field, I would be like a holistic practitioner. And I swear, out of my peripheral, all I see is this. Like, she's having a seizure saying no. Like, she's so upset over there. And that showed me, like, this lady don't care about what I want or my passions or what I'm interested in. It's like she wants me to go down this path. And I have no idea why. But that's how it's always been. It's like she wants to be my puppet. Like, So I'm telling her, and I'm not giving her too much information, but I kid you not. A couple days later was her birthday, and on her post, she wrote, "Oh, I'm just trying to figure myself out or find myself." Like everything I'm telling her in the car is what her birthday post is, and I'm just sitting there looking like this chick is weird. Like now I'm starting to see it. Like, how you 67 years old saying you trying to figure out yourself? No, you're saying that because I just said that. Like, so now I'm paying attention. Like, so this is when I started noticing that a lot of people who I thought was weird was really weird. One of our other friends, her mom passed away. And my mother called me to tell me this, that my friend's mother passed away. Again, I started realizing all the friends that I've had, all of the people who I grew up and grew around with, are all connected to my mother in some form or fashion. Like even if me and this lady, we really didn't have a deep connection until like 2015, about 2015. I started really, letting this woman into my life. But I started noticing like her mom passed away, and my mom called to tell me that because her little brothers are friends with my little brothers too, and she just heard it through the grapevine. So I text Big Bird to let her know. When I text Big Bird to let her know, she texted me back and was like, "Oh yeah, your mom was just telling me." Like, how my mother got your number to be taught? How y'all so close? You know what I mean? Like, I'm confused. Like, I'm confused. It's like now I'm seeing like these people. Okay, the two people who have been looking at like something's not right, like you're setting me up, is all of a sudden buddy, and I didn't even know about it. And then that brings back into play my kid's father. We're gonna name him Diddy. That's Diddy. So I'm starting to notice Diddy is the one that really made me form myself around these friends from when we was in high school. Because me and Diddy been together since high school, since freshman year. He was placed into my life. And I'm gonna put it that way because that's exactly how it felt. It was one relationship that just felt arranged. Like we had barely anything in common. And like when you love somebody, I never had that feeling. But it's like if my parents or if my family ever rooted for anybody, it was this one person. I remember this man got somebody pregnant. Like this is after we've been together 10 years, I believe, because I was 24 when this happened, and we've been together since again freshman year in high school. Come all the way up. I'm 24 years old. This man told me, "Oh, he got somebody else pregnant." I'm crying. I'm devastated. He calls my mom. My mom tells me I need to calm down. That's what she said to me at that time. I just need to like basically I need to accept it. Even when I'm getting shit, I just need to accept shit and just be grateful for it. Is how I was basically brought up and continuing to be told. Yep. So I'm still, going through the motions over these months, just thinking about everything that was happening. But the reason why this is the part that really sparked a lot for me to even decide to go no contact with them. During Ramadan, my son came home from school, said that he was going to do the fast. So I said, you know what, that sounds like a good idea. Let me do the fast too. And I did the fast starting March 1st. I kid you not, by day 3, I fast from everything, even vaping. Like I wasn't all food, morning, noon, and night. I didn't, the whole 72 hours, I didn't eat or drink. Like nothing. I'm lying. I drank water. On day 3, I'm in bed, I'm meditating, I'm praying. And all of us all of a sudden I start feeling that vibrating at the base of my spine go all the way up. Like the things that I was praying for and asking, like, yo, why every time I try to go forward and make things happen, like, I'm praying for everything to do good. Like I wanted to do good for my family, retire my mom, retire my dad, build my big house. Like I'm everything. When you do in business and they ask you what's your why, my why has always been my family. And I'm not understanding, like, I'm trying to make money for the good. I'm trying to make money for the family, like to build a legacy. Like I'm trying to, build my family. Like why doesn't it never work? I swear to you, I started feeling that shake at the base of my spine and go up. And I sat up on the bed. I just started bawling. Mama, like it's like it hit me. Like this whole time I've been trying to do stuff and I'm praying for the wrong people. I'm praying for people who's praying for my downfall, basically. And that's why nothing is working. So me realizing this, I said I'm gonna be petty. And the next business I have, I'm gonna name it after the Northern Star, right? God Drew Star, right? So the one with Bada Lord. So I decided to do that. Started this business, and I remember I started it, registered the business, got the EIN number, and I said, oh, you know what? Let me get an address and everything, phone number for the business, so that when I register it with the state, I could put that instead of my home address and everything. So registered the address. They said, oh, it won't be fully in use until you do. It was some paper that I had to fill out for third party for the post office to deliver to that mailing address. So I remember I filled out the paper and I had to get it notarized so that they know it was me signing it. As soon as I put it in, 2 days later, I end up getting a voicemail.
Hi, good afternoon. My name is Coral, Coral, calling you from the state of Connecticut Child Support, trying to verify employment for one of your potential employees. Your potential employee's name is Joseph. The last name is Valentine, Valentine. My telephone number is 860. Again, 4860. That is my work cell, or my office number is 860 direct dial. When you get a chance, if you could please call me back. I'm trying to verify employment to see if I can send out an income withholding garnishment for one of your potential employees, Mr. Joseph Valentine. Um, Again, I'm just calling from State of Connecticut Child Support. Thank you kindly. Bye-bye.
I want to insert the voicemail. I hope I could like get the names or the numbers out of it just in case it's somebody's personal cell phone. I don't want to go that far. But in the voicemail, Miss Coral got my number. Miss Coral is calling from Child Support Services, and she's calling because she has a person there who she's trying to do employment verification for. So the person who she named, I don't know who this person name is. I don't know where he got my number to put on his child support application. That's where he worked, for them to want to know information about my business because he's there. So I asked her, like, because I called back the number and I asked her, like, yeah, I just got this number, so maybe it's for his old company or something. What's the name of the company that he wrote down? The name of the company he wrote down is my company. So how did he get my company name and number? So yeah, I feel now like I'm being stalked. Now this is when I actually made a video for them and told them why I'm not talking to them and why they should leave me alone, because I feel stalked. Like, I left y'all alone, and now all of a sudden I'm getting this. Like, I'm trying to start my own business and do my own thing without telling anybody what I'm doing, because that was me. Like, I wore my heart on my shoulders and I told everybody every thought that I had. Like, oh, I want to start this business. I want to do this. And I'm always telling people what I'm doing. This is the first time I'm trying to make a move and not say nothing to nobody. And now all of a sudden Miss Squirrel calling and telling me, like, trying to verify my business, who I am and my business name and address and want accounting number so that they could deposit checks. I'm like, what? Lady, who are you? Like, really? I even Googled the number. That ain't no damn child support. So yeah, after I got that, I made a video telling them that how much I felt stalked and I didn't feel safe and I don't know what the hell was going on, and I explained to them what I saw with the bottle of rum and everything. And after I did that, I sent it. And matter of fact, the day I made the video, my brother, the same one that used to say me, we're gonna call him Judas. Judas called me the same night. I was like, oh, I just wanted to check on you because I know you haven't been talking to anybody, and I just wanted to be a helping shoulder like you were when I was feeling suicidal. Bitch, who feeling suicidal? Like, I feel ecstatic right now because now I know that all the times that I was ignoring my intuition was on point. Like, it woke me up to myself. It showed me that I had the word, like, you are worth listening to. Forget titles, forget all of that, forget money, forget everything. Listen to yourself. It made me have trust in me. Yes. So I ended up hanging up on him that night, I remember. And I sent him the video, and I sent my mother the video too. And I remember she wrote me this long, it was one of those text messages you have to click on and then go over on another page, and it's like a full thing like this. I remember I read the first couple lines, and it was basically like, oh, how much, she cares about me so much. I'm her only daughter, and how could I say that? And how dare you, basically, type a letter. And I was just like, read a little bit through it and just blocked and delete. Like, blocked and delete. And I didn't feel any way about it. That's the crazy thing. It felt so right for me to do it at the time. Like, I don't want to hear nothing else because I tried to forgive you for all the things that happened to me as a child. But paying attention to your actions with me as an adult, and the same things that it's like the things that you did to me as a child, you're doing to me as an adult and don't even see it. So it's like I was groomed to just accept abuse and feel worthless and live with shame and guilt and all of these other things. I'm over it. And I decided to let it go. I'm not going to let this lady sit down and re-traumatize me every minute that she gets. Like, just for the sake of, oh, that's your mom. No, I don't care about titles. Like I said before, titles don't frighten me no more. Like, I'm starting to see people's true intentions. And what hurt is that from I was little, I was a very spiritual kid. Very spiritual kid. Like, I remember my earliest memories was of me feeling like I was in a meat suit and staring into the mirror trying to see into my eyes because somebody said it was the seat of the soul. So I'm trying to see my soul. I'm trying to see who's inside of this body because it's like I know somebody else exists. Like, I was aware of my consciousness from my earliest memories. And me being that aware as a kid, I never felt my mother loved me, right? And I always thought my grandmother was the one who loved me. Like, when she was around, oh my God, like, this lady helped me do. For one, my mom never taught me how to do anything. No cooking, no cleaning, no washing, no nothing. I don't have not one memory of her teaching me anything. So she's not somebody who I looked up to or revered or anything. But my grandmother, she taught me how to sew. She taught me how to cook. She taught me how to pray. She brought me to church with her. She hugged me. Like, she felt like love. And I remember once my mother said, oh, it was probably like 2022, around the same time after the dream, because I remember I took it personal when she said this. We were speaking on my grandmother, and she was like, oh, that lady was evil. And I was sitting there looking like, how was she evil? Like, she was the only person who ever showed me love. And then I also always found it weird that her and my father got a divorce when I was like 19, 20 years old, over 20 years ago. This lady kept his last name, got remarried again, and then hyphenated it. So now you got your ex-husband last name and your new husband last name. Always thought that was weird. Like, why didn't she just let the last name go and take over her husband's last name? Nope. She said she wanted to keep it because that family is the only family that ever made her feel loved, or whatever the hell she said. And I'm sitting there like, but how? Because growing up in the house with you, all of our family lived in Jamaica and Canada and Florida and everywhere else. So how were you so close to the family? I mean, you had me when you was 18, 19 years old. Like, how much of your life did they help you out with or made you feel so loved? Speaking of marriages, I remember the day I got married. We didn't tell anybody that we was really doing it. We didn't want a wedding. We just wanted to go down to the courthouse and get it over with until he decided he wanted to do it with a priest. Needless to say, we ended up doing it with the priest. I called my mother the day of the wedding and told her to come so she could be there as a witness or whatever. And yeah, I didn't even tell her what she was there for. Like when she came, she realized what was going on. And I remember she got in the car after the wedding and she was in the back seat because I think we picked her up or something. And she was in the back seat like, damn, Diddy fucked up. Diddy fucked up. Like she was so like hell bent back there in the back seat. I remember like she was worried. Like she was just like, Diddy fucked up. And it's to me it felt weird. So I remember that. That's why it stuck in my head so much because it didn't seem like she was talking about he fucked up in like a relationship sense. Almost it was like a business plan. Oh my gosh, this is why I went no contact with them because I had so much on my mind because once I realized it was my mother, it was like puzzle pieces just started fitting together. Like everything I'd always found odd or wondered about, it was like everything was coming to just meshing together like this lady. So, I mean, when I start realizing that, I mean, friend list, I start going down all these friends that I always thought was weird and shady. I have this one friend, she considers herself my best friend. This girl sleeps with everyone that I had a relationship with. Like, even if, I remember I had a little side thing in Florida one time that I used to go down there and see. My girl went down there and, like, wifed up the man, moved in with him, everything. Like, and me, I would never do that. If I know you messed with my friend, I'm not touching you. I'm not going nowhere near you. I don't care if y'all don't talk no more. I don't care if it was a one-time thing. I'm just not going there. So for her to do it, weird. But I could go on and on about what I went through. At the end of the day, I went no contact with them. I'm grateful for all the guidance that I received, and I'm going to continue to ask for divine guidance and just move on with my life. Like, I'm just happy I was able to know and find out what I found out. And hopefully by telling you guys this, if you're going through anything like it, don't be afraid to look at the people closest to you. If you're getting that inside nudge or intuition that something not right, listen to it. If you want discernment, start fasting. Just do it fast and pray. Meditate. Pay attention to your dreams. Pay close attention to your dreams because more than likely your subconscious trying to tell you something. Yeah, so that's my story. Thanks for listening.